Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Do. Today I have with me once again Pika.
Hi again.
And today we're going over Batman: A Death in the Family. This classic story. We all know people, and they tell the first few issues and first two issues, and then it ends with call in and determine what happens to Jason Todd. And well, there's a reason it's called Death in the Family.
Yeah, or in the Finnish version, it's something like death moves in the suku and perhe actually translates into family translates into both suku and perhe in Finnish.
I think that's it's unfinished, and here it's always been Death in the Family. But yeah, first of all, look at this Mike Mignola cover.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
even here, it's in the cover right there. It says not recommended for children.
Obviously. But yeah, we open up. Now, one thing I do like though is, even they set it up where there could still be a death in the family, even if it didn't have to mean Robin. We'll get to that. But yeah, we open up with an example of how far Jason Todd has gotten. I mean, we already know beforehand, not long beforehand, where he threw a guy off the. We don't know if he threw the guy off or not. I do love the ambiguity of this.
I actually have that issue.
Yeah, but I love the ambiguity. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can go get it. Go get it.
Yeah, I do. Hey, hold on. I want to show you.
All right, go right ahead.
Yeah, I have that issue.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact is, I know, be honest. Do you think he killed the guy or not?
It could be that he did and didn't do it. Like if
I always thought he scared the guy off. I always thought he scared the guy off.
That's probably more likely when you look at the distance between them.
I always thought. Yeah, I thought that he scared the guy off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like he just like boo and maybe took a step forward and Philippe.
All right, show it again. Show it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole bit. Ah! He slipped.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the next page. There's a Doc Savage ad there.
Yep. But yeah, the whole like he slipped. But I love that ambiguity. I love that ambiguity of it. But basically, yeah, and they're breaking and they're stopping a kiddie porn ring.
Oh,
yeah, I know. Yeah. Oof.
First, like mood setter that not for kids.
Yep. But of course, yeah, he's telling him is like, what the devil's all that about? Didn't I tell you to hold up? Yeah, I heard you, but we had goods on these lowlife. I didn't see any reason to wait. There were 8 of them. Basically, he said, what do you think we're doing here? Playing some game? Of course. All life's a game.
Yeah, it's even and it's back to it. Like
basically
they have the white lenses on drawing the map, but here you can see Jason's eyes as he says it.
I saw that. Yeah, basically you're seeing his eyes. But I gotta say, one thing I love about this is how right off the bat, by this point, Bruce is realizing he pushed Jason in too hard, too fast. You know what I mean? Because he was expecting him to be just like Dick, when he wasn't. I always liked that. You know what I mean? Dick had come to grips with what happened to his parents' death. Jason had not. So he's always had that anger in him.
Yeah, and this was only like a post-crisis thing. Like before crisis even happened, Jason was literally like a Dick Grayson clone.
Yeah, but post-crisis they went a little overboard and made him a little shit. Before Damien was a little shit, Jason was a little shit.
No wonder they used to be shown to have a somewhat good relationship before Alfred died. Then they had a pretty good sibling-like relationship.
Yep, but so of course he overhears it and he doesn't like it. Like we can start by talking about your parents. You want to talk to Alfred. Meanwhile, Joker escaped, and this is back when Arkham Asylum was not the gothic place we knew. This was just a sanitarium.
It looks very clear.
Yeah,
it's not like a legitimate place of healing.
Yep. Apparently, he was able to mix a slapping gas out of simple cleaning agents. I think that was a nod to the Batman movie.
Probably. This game in '89. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so Joker realizing he needs to go on a vacation, a business vacation. Why? He got a cruise missile from someone once before, an old friend in the military who he had killed.
There's also this part of dialogue where they.
Oh yeah.
Where
How Blaze did you come? And through a friend of mine in the military.
Not that fast. There's this one continuity nod in the previous page.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty ticked off what you did to Gordon's daughter, boss. That's awful petty of them. The woman only got what she was obviously asking for. But boss, you left her a cripple. Well, remind me to send her a handful of pencils and a tin cup.
Oh.
But yeah, he's planning on not using it to attack. He's planning on selling it.
Yeah, that's.
And even says, like, on paper, we'll never get it out of the country, boss. That rocket's got to be hotter than even you are. Not to worry, Rupert, my lad. On paper, this cruise member and missile doesn't even exist. No one even knows it's missing. Another favor my military friend did for me before his untimely demise. I just want to know what kind of thing he held over the guy for that kind of favor.
That is that's open to imagination, more or less.
Yep, but yeah, he plans on taking it apart and putting it back together. So yeah, of course, Jason is, because he looks like Dick. That's why I was saying.
Yeah,
Jason.
The one clear difference is his hair is split to different sizes. With Dick, it's like a.
Well, yeah, but it's the color nonetheless.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get reminded like his Catherine Todd, who we thought was his mother, is she died from a disease that just didn't care how much love she had in her heart, and Jason's dad died at Two-Face's hand. Pre-crisis, it was Croc. But yeah, then he sees an old neighbor who knew him and everything. You're a friend of my mother's, Mrs. Walker. And basically, she decides to hand him some of the old belongings. Of course, sadly, some of them been water damage. Owner's too cheap to fix the place. So he's happy and he heads off with it. Meanwhile, one of Joker's goons, Batman, shows up to find out where he went. Meanwhile, Jason, he's just taking advantage of the time off, going through everything until he sees his birth certificate and sees it's like Jason's mother was Catherine, not S something.
Yeah, and Catherine is not exactly the typo or a similar name.
Exactly. So it's like she wasn't my mother, and unfortunately, the water damage messed it up. Now that's a tiny birth certificate.
Yeah, they're usually A4 size. That's A5.
Now he finds his father's address book, and okay, one of the names involved in here, you're going to be like, how did his father know that? You got to remember, this character was not the character she would eventually become. Not by this point.
Yeah.
I just want to make that very clear. One of them, you're going to be like, what? Oh, come on. Yeah. I'm back.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those where you're like, wait, what?
This can be counted to early installment weirdness, or other writers had other ideas.
Yep, but yeah, so apparently, Charmin Rosen, Lady Shiva, and Sheila, hey, how the hell did his dad know Lady Shiva?
Yeah.
Basically like a shadowy past, suspected of being a mercenary. So this is back before she was I'm the deadliest woman alive. Like, no. She was just basically an enemy of what was his name? The dragon guy.
Richard Dragon.
Yeah. Richard Dragon. This is back when she was just tied to him, but they didn't go overboard with it yet. I mean, nowadays you'll be like, what? And then there's another line she's going to say that actually makes no sense later. But again, look at some of this artwork and everything with Jim Aparo. But yeah, he says, see, I'm going to go find my mom. I'm not going to do anything with Joker. I'm just going to find my mom. And look at the artwork here with this. It's so simple. So simple.
Yeah, it's
Man, this is back when Joker could get away with some of this stuff. But yeah, he soon realizes, he just missed Joker. And he realized there was something heavy and military issue. So he's been doing his own thing. And it's like, just found this in young Jason's room a while ago. It's a farewell note. He's run away. Do I stay in Gotham and live up to my responsibility as the boy's guardian? Or do I go after the madman with a nuclear weapon? It's painfully obvious which path I must choose. Will I be able to live with this decision?
Yeah, these are moral troll. Something that Tristan went over yesterday.
Yep. But I know.
Okay, it's just chapter 2 on there too.
Yep. And thus he's just making his way. Yep. But I like it how Tim's plan is not Tim. I mix up Robin. Jason. How can I mix it up? This is all meant to be Jason's story. It's the Robin outfit. I'm so used to him not being Robin. But yeah, I just like it how he's just trying to find where each of the women are. That's all. Whereas Bruce is in there on his own stuff.
Yeah.
But
pretty funny. Like he nonchalantly gets into a cab and says, "Take me to the worst crime area of the city."
Yeah. Huh? But yeah, he takes them all down. This is back in the day of the Batman travels the world day still.
Yeah. It's in there and with the outsiders also. That's where pretty much why the outsiders became a thing, because Batman went to places where the Justice League wouldn't be allowed to go.
Yep, I do like this, how he's saying, like, I'm tracking these 3 down. One of them must be my mother. Not necessarily. Guess I realized that, but I got this gut feeling. Besides, with you coming to help me, we'll crack this mystery of who my mother is in no time. Jason, that's not exactly why I'm here. And I do like Jason is actually being, but I love this. They see Peter Brando, Charmin Rosen. Looks like we're working the same case after all.
Yeah, nice excuse for them to team up.
Yep, and I love that smile.
There. In the upper page, you can see that Jason is visibly and clearly disappointed that Bruce is there, but not why he assumed he'd be there.
Yep.
I
think Bruce would not have told him don't. He would not have told him don't do this. I think he would have encouraged him to try and find his mother, just not, But they're flying off to find him, and we see all this going. Joker, I've got the cash, so you are now the proud owners of a brand new 1988 cruise missile. I myself stole, dismantled, and reassembled this firecracker after smuggling it into your country. Even gives them the code and everything. But
the language it's in brackets implying that the Joker is fluent in what Lebanese or
makes sense.
Also pretty rare sight, because the Joker is wearing relatively normal looking clothes, and it's the
I always find that weird when you saw that. I always find that weird back in these old days when you saw Joker dressed like that. But of course when Robin and Batman show up, it's like, well, I'm out of here. But he gives the money to Rupert, who's staying behind. But then when the guy is ready to put in the code and everything, because he's like, he's going to fire the rocket now with the coordinates. But then what happens? Push the button. Remember, Rupert has the money, so boom! Turns out the Joker didn't put it back together quite right.
There's also this before it blows up. There's one part with Brando where Charmin Rose, she was her cover is blown. Jason is running to her to save it. Batman knows that he can't reach in time, and then the explosion pretty much.
She also
she
handled herself.
Robin distracted Brando, and Charmin used her own skills to pull him down.
Which I do like. At least for this one and Shiva, these are badass women. Which I think is what makes it so unlikely for them to be his mother, I hate to say. Even though, now to be fair though, the fact that she also looks so much like Jason, you would think.
Yeah, the hair split in the middle kind of thing. You could look at it as a shared feature, but
Yep, but luckily the warhead did not detonate, just the rocket. Of course, Joker doesn't have the money now. Now he's got to do something else. Of course, then they ask, have you ever had children? Like, no, not in Gotham City. Huh.
So that implies that she has some, but...
Well, I think no, but then she then clarified.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they leave her behind as they move forward to check in about Shiva. Oh, look at Joker with his makeup on.
Yeah. It's kind
one
of
ticket. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
isn't that weird just seeing that? Oh, yeah. But here's the big issue. This is it. And I think, yep, this is it.
Yeah.
Issue 2 of 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Part 2, chapter 3.
Yeah, seriously, the fact that this is so dense.
Yeah, here it's more of a...
Yeah, we get a summary of what had happened, what led them here as they're looking around. And again, just this whole idea of looking for Lady Shiva. It's just so, yeah, like you said, early installment weirdness throughout all this. Now, it turns out Joker doesn't do anything with Shiva. He goes straight to the other one, Sheila.
Yeah.
So it turned out Sheila is not a good woman. She is not a good woman at all.
Yes.
Apparently, and the Joker's aware she performed abortions, basically. Or he puts an illegal operation on teenage girls. It's abortions.
Yeah, you can so well see how this is not for children. No, not
the fact idea though that
standard Batman story.
The Joker knows this type of stuff. It's like he can be just as thorough as Batman if he's going to get blackmailed dirt on someone.
Yeah, show how the nemesis are equals.
Yep, and he's basically saying how, as she said, I started a new life, which will come to a disgraceful end if certain past indiscretions come to light. Basically blackmailing her for medical supplies for the black market.
I do like the money from somewhere.
Yep, I do like it. While they're busy with Shiva, he's already getting his claws into her. And basically, this one's a much quicker one because eventually, they're looking through, and then there's Shiva. And now there is a drastic difference between Shiva here and by the time of, say, Nightfall, for example, or Night's End, or Night's End.
Night's End, because
that's when she was in that one. That was the one where she was ready to
make that. Shiva is not.
Here she's just a mercenary. She's just a mercenary who's attractive and skilled, but Batman can still take her down.
Somewhat, but not without Robin doing the. If you look at this fight, they're fighting clear, but she's fighting like there. It's not very clear, but it was in the public enemies where they were where Grodd was.
Grodd was controlling her.
There, he said that he has never been able to beat her before.
That's true. But Robin, and he's making a decision like the woman who could possibly be my mother or the man who took me off the street. Yeah, no contest. But then, of course, they ask, like, have you ever had a baby? I love that look. She's like, what? Of course, what we know about her later, she could be almost like, does he know? But then she's being sarcastic. I've dropped litters in every corner of the globe. Here's where, given what we know about her and Cassandra, makes 0 sense.
Yeah,
we use truth serum. And she admits no, she never had children, and it's clearly working on her. And what does she have to gain from lying?
Yeah, not much, nothing.
And I love it. They leave her behind, but they say, "You'll get your way out of there." They're heading to Ethiopia next.
Yeah.
And they even say, like, Sheila Hayward might be a much better candidate than Shiva. Well, yeah. So now chapter 4, where they go and they see her. And it's moment you mentioned Jason Todd. well, it's quite clear, like mother.
They
And
don't, yeah.
we
They
just
don't
cut to
even
the
need.
chase.
Hmm.
Yep. And she basically
Yeah.
explains what had happened, how she was a med student when she met his father, fell in love. Unfortunately, she got into an operation she was assisting, got botched. So probably, if it was an abortion, probably a kid died, I bet, and revealed everything. But yeah, so
and then she says that before anything happened, that
yep.
Jason's father fell in love with another woman and just
Moved on. He moved on.
Yeah.
Besides, he even said a cussy fight would have been too rough on you. She just accepted her, she'll never see him. But then she has it going, and well, again, seeing Joker with flesh tones is weird.
Yeah, he's using that Joker look on his face. He's not even trying to.
But I think the flesh tones distill him just enough that you don't pay attention to that. Because look at that. Yeah, you can see that, but from the distance, you probably wouldn't.
Yeah, distance or as a one face in the crowd with other people. You need to. My grandfather used to say that, have this kind of saying that that wise ones don't mind and idiots don't notice. It's rambled in the translation. Hullu ei huomaa, viisas ei virko.
It's much like with Superman.
Yeah, but it's like, you need to know what you're looking at, and then.
But yep, unfortunately though, buying all the supplies and blackmailing him. So he's just ready. He's just laughing because he's going to then he's going to corrupt all the medical supplies with his laughing gas.
Oh.
So he can get the money, and yet they'll be getting nothing but death. So basically, he then tells him about the Joker, and of course, Batman's saying like he's too dangerous for you.
Oh.
But of course, he goes and Bruce goes to stop the convoy, whereas Jason goes to meet up with his mom. And unfortunately, his mom, once she finds out it's Robin, I'm thinking deep down she thought he could deal with Joker.
Yeah, that.
But I think she's playing this by ear.
Look at this. Like she's thinking, she's like, or maybe she's in a kind of tranquility, like weighing her options.
Yeah, and I think she's playing this by ear. Even this bit where she's saying like, I can't afford you stirring up trouble. But turns out she's been dipping into the medical funds herself already. But she's been embezzling funds anyway. But so I think either she was going to throw him under the bus, or maybe she, for a moment, who knows? I think once Joker had the gun, she could realize, screw it.
Yeah.
But and then here it comes.
Yeah.
The crowbar. I'm sorry. I don't like his mom. I can make all the excuses for her, but there's no excuse, especially her looking away. Because there's not much of a connection between the two.
Yes. Hell.
She already said she was resigned.
If she gave him away like after giving birth, then there's the maternal bond between them is not very much developed.
And she resigned her fate to never see him again anyway until that day. So she was happy to see him, but by that point she's all like, he's not my kid. But Batman deals with the convoy. But I love this. She unfortunately puts her foot in her mouth and saying, but what's Batman's going to do when he finds out what you've done to his little friend? And it's out of that. He's a vengeful one, that Batman. This could get a bit sticky. So, does the bomb.
Yeah. Get rid of the evidence.
And she's like, I played straight with you. Never play straight with a clown with a Joker card. But of course, Jason, like he's too banged up. He can't deactivate it. So he decides to get her out of there. And they actually almost make it. But he locked the door. He didn't want to take any chances. And oh my God. Well, now here's my thing. If Jason had lived, his mother still would have died. That would have been the death in the family.
Yeah, that's probably what or removed family, but family nonetheless.
Yep. Oh,
it probably would have been seen as a cop out if it
wasn't. But we see all of this. We see all of this building. Just the trivia. Like you already know he's dead. It's obvious.
Yeah, this could be seen as it could be like the life flashing through your eyes, but instead of
memories,
it's going through Batman's eyes.
But yeah, his mother dies, obvious. But it turns out, Jason threw himself in front of her, took the main brunt of the blast, but she still died. He was such a good boy. Must have really loved his mother. And then, that is still one of the most powerful Batman images still.
Yes.
The Lafayette pose. Right? Him and Superman both have had their moments with it.
Yeah, it was Superman was carrying Supergirl in Crisis, and this Batman carrying Robin's body was the ultimate story where with Grant Morrison decided to go with the RAP run.
Yep. But then I love it. They give him a message like, hold this for me. And then, oh boy, the Ayatollah. Oh boy, the one thing. We're getting to the point that dates this story horribly.
Hey.
What?
Oh.
It's the Ayatollah.
My version looks like it looks like. Huh.
What'd they do? They changed it?
Yeah, they look like they changed it somewhat. Like, go to the previous page. Okay, so. Okay. There's the first half of this page is here, but the bottom page here is from the next page that you have.
Oh, so they just skipped who it was. They just cut him out.
Yeah,
obviously, it's the Ayatollah. Of course, they're going to cut it out.
Yeah.
You're not going to go that far.
This is from the time itself. This
is why I said this dates it horribly. This dates it horribly when you actually have the Ayatollah of all people. He's making him an offer. It turns out those guys died. The ones that he gave that envelope to, they're dead. But yeah, of course, like, see you at 42nd and first, Joker. So yeah, he heads over there. Now, by this point, we're not in the double size issues anymore.
Yeah, this is.
These last two are single regular issues. But that
there's also this part where before that there's the part where it shows Jason's funeral. Yeah, Superman goes up. When I did Killing Joke, the one thing I pushed it forward that the Killing Joke happened before the death in the family because Barbara is shown there attending it.
And it was. They referenced it.
Yeah, and the movie just made it go.
Yeah, but of course the movie did, of course. But yeah, Superman. Now they're going with and Jim Starlin, who's been writing all this, is going with a bit of a Dark Knight Returns vibe.
Yeah, it was.
Basically where he's a government stooge. Yeah, what's going on here? Basically, he's trying to get Bruce for what's about to happen. And basically talk about diplomatic immunity and everything. And to be fair, I don't blame Superman entirely for that. There's nothing they can do with what happened. If Batman lets his emotions fly, it could cause an international incident. But I love it. Like, there's nothing you can do. Who punches him?
By the way, that page was a short-lived meme some years ago.
Yep.
Like you could take a different dialogue where Superman was like,
it's just like
the same thing over and over again. Batman was like, what, and then just
what? But I love this. I think I broke a couple of knuckles. No, but they're barely bruised. You're lucky I rose that punch. You could have crippled yourself. And then, now isn't this touching? My old pals Superhead and Bat Pass have come to congratulate me. It's true, guys. I'm the new Iranian ambassador to the UN. Eat your hearts out. Again, this last half is cringe.
Yeah, this this has been retcon. I know that they turned Iran to Kurak.
Quark, yeah, which made more sense.
Yeah, and even in this version, they have it's changed. It's not. Actually, not actually when I think about it, because they cut Ayatollah out of my version, and they actually also replaced Iran into Odradekia.
Right, but
Odradekia.
Right, but which makes sense. Which makes sense. But yeah, of course, you're having this government guy saying you can't touch him. Which again, this puts Batman in a unique position. His worst enemy, who just killed his son figure.
It was his son.
It's basically
not a biological blood son, but still, by all intents and purposes,
his ward.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing all of this while and he has diplomatic immunity. Now, no, the president has asked this gentleman to keep you in line. You misbehave, he'll slap you down. Is that how it is? I'll do what I have to. Again, Superman is backed into a corner. What is he to do? I know there's a lot of people who want to complain, but I gotta ask, honestly, what can Superman do?
Yeah, even when he does.
Am I right though? Honestly, legally, what can he do? It's one of those cases. It's like when Lex became president. What's he gonna do? Overthrow him? Not without good reason. And unfortunately, that's the thing. Joker's not, even though Joker's past crimes completely wiped because of his diplomatic immunity. He's basically been given So until Joker, it's a case where until Joker does something, and yes, they both know he's going to do something, but until he does, there's nothing they can do.
And so it's just a long stake out.
Yep. And even said, now I read it on the telex about your war, Jason Todd being killed in Ethiopian warehouse fire. Was he Robin? So he didn't know. At this
That's strange because would this imply that for a man who has everything is not canonical anymore? Even as a pre-crisis story.
I think Starlin didn't pay attention to that detail.
The editors could have told him.
You're right, but
who edited this?
Danny O'Neill. This was during Danny O'Neill's tenure.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny O'Neill. So the chances are Danny O'Neill probably tweaked the history so that Superman didn't know. Remember, Danny O'Neill. Remember, Danny O'Neill's the same guy who said Batman never caught his killer and his parents' killer because he thought, oh, if he did, he'll stop being Batman. That whole stupid shit. I hate that.
One way you could see that case, but on the other case, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I just hate how they just make
both could actually still fuel the drive differently. Like if he knows, then it's like a drive that it's left burning for no purpose, and that's why he decides to be Batman to put it something.
Oh, good. I love this.
And if he doesn't, then
I would say I do love the story overall, though. Just this whole idea of Batman, he's ready to just throw it all away, which again goes right in the face with what Jason said. How if you just let the Joker get away with it. No, he didn't. He was right to cause an international incident.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Joker. I'll give you one last chance. Turn to Arkham Asylum and turn yourself in. And if I don't, what are you going to do about it? Let your assistant handle it? Now, there's going to be a point here where Bruce does the dumbest thing he could do. Hold on, we'll get to it. I'd have loved to see your face when you found what was left of the brat. Set you up the deep end, did it? You see, even a madman can add 2 + 2 and come up with 5. Or maybe you're glad to be rid of the little darling. You always know the wrong thing to say, don't you? That's what makes me so special. Very well. Have it your way. I'll be seeing you around. By the way, thanks. Huh? Thanks? Thanks for what? Up until now, I wasn't absolutely certain about what you're responsible for. What happened to Jason?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was a slip.
Yeah, that's what it would be Robin.
Now, of course, if you go with the idea that Joker does know, but it's not going to do anything about it,
Yeah, but then there's also the fact that
although to be fair though, Joker.
If you go to the when he killed Jason, did he not? He just saw Robin masked. And did Sheila ever say if Sheila ever mentioned to him that
no, I don't think Sheila ever mentioned that.
That he was just it was just Robin was there. And well,
to be fair though, Joker didn't come around the corner until he put the mask on. Remember that Joker didn't reveal himself until he put the mask on.
Yeah, this is Bruce being emotionally compromised and not probably thinking straight.
Although to be fair though, Joker could be like, Jason, who cares? He's dead. And besides, remember, what will be the point of Joker acting on the knowledge? Remember that. Even if he does know, what's it going to do? But yeah, so he goes to the UN, and Bruce is there through his connections. And oh boy, just seeing the Joker dressed like that. And I love it. Does he recognize me? Does he know who I am? I may never know. I'm feeling a terrible sense of finding out. Now, here's a big question. If Jason hadn't died, you think they would have killed the Joker off? Meaning to make sure he wouldn't kill again, almost finish the job. Because it feels like one character would have has to die. You think they would have taken the Joker off the board much longer or more with a bit more finality if they, because obviously with Robin dead, they're not going to kill off Joker too. That's a big ask.
Looking at also what became of the Joker after this, not just in the comics, but also in the other medias. The animated series came out 2 to 3 years later.
Oh yeah, they kept Joker in the comics. They kept Joker off the board for a long time, for quite a while. It wasn't until The Dying Light was Tim Drake that Joker came back and someone was posing as him. But yeah, he does this big speech and everything, and then unleashes all this gas on everyone. Clearly, the Ayatollah had this in mind. But then there's Superman. But look at it, he sucks it all up, but then he's still talking. He's like, I gotta find a safe place to get rid of this gas. But yeah, then he goes Plan B, bombs. But
it's kind of like how Joker couldn't see this possibility happen because he saw Superman with Batman when he came to UN in the previous issue, and this is not happening in Gotham. Like this is still in some area that Superman is watching over.
Yeah, but I'll be honest though, the disguise is not a bad disguise. You don't see the S curl and he has the mustache. He looks more like Matches Malone. He looks like Matches Malone.
Yeah. Actually, this is kind of funny because when you look at Superman with a mustache, you could actually put Henry photo up there.
I know. But yeah, so he's chasing after him, and no escape. You killed Jason. He was going to kill him. But then someone else ends up shooting him, and farewell, old foe. And then crashes. But yeah, that's the way things always end with the Joker and me. Unresolved. So that was the death in the family. And I gotta say, if it wasn't for that death, this would have been a mediocre story. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I could. Even if they had done it so that Sheila died and Robin and Jason didn't, that could have probably been seen as a cop-out.
But that would have been what the vote wanted. You know what I mean? But I feel the story works best with Jason dead. Obviously, then they would have had alternate pages where they would have been. Here's what I think: if he had died, then all the dialogue would have been he's out getting care, and they were burying Sheila. You know what I mean? You could see where they could change the text box and everything. And I think that's why they kept it so short as well. But like I said, though, just throughout all of this, it's a mediocre story overall. I mean, still, you see why it's classic, especially because of the moment, that issue where it happened. But everything else around it was just a standard Batman story. And even when Jason died, it goes back to being standard, which has a bit more of an edge to it.
Yeah, but even then it's still being part of Batman's character character timeline, and something that shapes him in going forward, and what kind of person he is today. Like everything that the mistakes and victories form him into who he is in going forward.
But and now Jim Aparo's artwork really good, very classic, but also nothing that again except for the artwork. The only thing that stands out is the deaths. Again, the Lady Shiva stuff is in retrospect, a big head scratcher.
Yeah.
Again, like what the hell would Shiva do with Jason's dad? Like what? I mean, back then made sense. She was just a goon for hire. One of the best, but still.
What did he hire her to do,
or did they meet on a job? Or was he given her name if he ever needed to hire her, and they never actually met?
Yeah. Or actually, when Jason went through the
he just went. He just went through the black book, and then found out who they were. So we don't know why his dad had their names in the black book.
Okay,
again, Shiva could have been given to him by Two-Face or someone he worked with, saying like, if we need to hire someone, call her.
Yeah, that would make sense. Looking at the
again, the story overall, it is good, but it's still, compared to other stories we've seen, it's still standard, except for the death itself, because it goes so brutal.
Yes, and even when Sheila herself is not actually some character you could root for, and eventually is pretty as a not a good person. To Jason, she was still a person, like a motivator to evasion to go through. Like he didn't like. How is Jason's death seen today? Like whose fault is it? And what is it? And what is it?
Batman. Oh, Joker. They keep saying it's Joker and Batman. Sheila's not even involved. If you look at it, no other version brings the mother into it. It's always the case where we went after Joker, Jason got headstrong and went after him. They removed the mother part entirely in any other version. When the mother is important because it gives them more of a reason to go in Joker be damned. And if you take the mother out, he's just a headstrong teenager who's like, screw you, Batman, I'll handle Joker and prove myself. Here, it's more of a case where he's trying to warn his mom and didn't realize he was going to be led into a trap. That's the thing. I don't think he was even going to go for Joker. He was just trying to get his mom out of there. She just led him into a trap. Again, every other version, come on, Joker! Come on, Joker!
Yeah, that might make sense retroactively after his death and resurrection, when he would have that personal grudge against the Joker for having been killed by him.
Yeah, but
before he dies, the mother aspect actually makes Jason look more heroic and more humane.
More heroic, yeah, exactly. Every other one makes him look like an idiot. But it does. But in doing that, it does put more emphasis on Bruce failing him because he didn't train him well enough. So it's that double-edged sword of, yes, it makes Jason look like an idiot, but it also puts more of the fault on Bruce for not doing that, for putting him in this position.
Yeah, and that also, like I said very previously, it's one of his failures. It also goes to show how much more impact and effort he put into like when Tim came along. Tim remember, months of training after.
Well, not just that. Remember, Tim pushed it, saying you need a Robin because they were having beat. Batman was going off the deep end. It's kind of like what happened to Superman after he killed the Phantom Zoners, where he had a breakdown and went into exile. Superman went through a similar thing. Batman went through a similar thing here. He basically kept going off the deep end without Jason. And basically, it's the whole. Here's what I always look at with Batman. In my eyes, the ideal Batman is a balancing act between Bruce Wayne and the Dark Knight being Batman. You need that perfect balance. if you go too much Bruce Wayne, you get what Kevin Smith did in Whiting Gyre, where he compromises Batman. He's too trusting. He's like trusting a character and doing stuff he never would have done because Bruce is too much in the driver's seat. But if you have the Dark Knight too much in the control, that's when he's the hardcore, like breaking bones and being like, get out of here, you know, where he's telling everyone to go to hell and get out of the cave and everything.
Yeah, balancing act. Yeah,
that's why I look at it. If you need that balancing, that's why. But so many people want the Dark Knight completely in charge. It was like, no, that's horrible. That's just as bad as Bruce being too much in the driver's seat. Because that's when he's the bat dick. That's when he's the asshole. That's when he, you know, all that. Yeah. So, care to give your final thoughts overall on Death in the Family?
Yeah, it's a product of its time, and it is an important part of Batman's timeline, also in his mental and character development.
Obviously, but again, you remove that. But if you remove that, it's not it's not a memorable story otherwise.
No. It also, but if you have Robins around in that part, and if you want to cut it out, then it's not pretty much. Well, exactly. Batman becomes more of a balancing act. Probably it tips more or less on the other direction until team parts come in.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, but as a story with Jason, it was pretty much how to kill him off because he was not a very likable character. But but he was still made it so that in his last moments he tried to do as heroic as possible.
But the fact they've had to retcon his mother out, or at least not bring him up in other adaptations. You're definitely going to talk about this when you talk about this story, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you going to cover the deaths in the family, even though that movie barely covers the deaths? Are you going to do that anthology or no?
I might just mention that the movie was made, and it pretty much decided to be a what happens after it instead of what led to it.
Exactly, and what led into it, it's pretty much like all the other stuff where and they're on the same case and everything. I did like though in that one they were on separate cases that met up at the middle, so it was similar, but they took the mother part still out of it. I get why simplicity. I get it, but it just bothers me that the mom part was taken up just so they can put more blame on Bruce for what he did or what happened at the end.
Yeah, especially like it goes like the animated movies and those kind of like not a lot of people even now the new fans don't read the old comics, or even if they get their hands on it. Some people do, but those people who don't read it, they just know the animated adaptations, and the fact that they make changes to those adaptations, they end up creating different picture of the characters in it. Like when I did the Flashpoint video, I pointed out that I don't think Tom King and Joshua Williamson actually read Flashpoint before when they did Button, because they introduced Thomas Wayne's Batman using guns.
True. I think it's because he did use. I think they were going off of the Brian Azzarello stuff.
He didn't use guns there either.
I thought he did.
No, it's more like melee weapons, machetes and other cool stuff. But there was no guns involved.
Yeah, but I don't think they ever said he wouldn't use guns.
Maybe if he picked one up and used in the moment and then drop it afterwards.
Right.
But not carry one as a default weapon.
True. All right. Well, thank you so much. And next time people see us, we'll probably go over Hush next time.
Yeah, I also have that one. We can probably go the same as we did this one.
Yep. All right. See you all on that one, guys.
And may your heart be your guiding key.